going on, guys? I'm Frank Wak, and welcome back to Wak Weekly. I wanted to get serious in this episode. I wanted to talk about cosplay. I wanted to talk about some problems that I've seen within the cosplay community and questions that I've seen throughout multitudes of Facebook groups from conventions, Arkansas Anime Festival, AnimeCon Arkansas, Tokyo and Tulsa, A-Con, etc., etc. The list goes on. VisionCon, 2 weeks, you should come. What is cosplay? What should we define cosplay as? Cosplay is an expression of love over any fandom or character within a fandom. This is going to be a mantra. You're going to hear this a lot. It doesn't matter, if you don't fit the character. It doesn't matter if you don't look like the character. Hell, it doesn't even matter if you're the same gender as the character. And another question I see a lot is can I cosplay? Am I allowed? I don't want to be insulting, but it's almost like they're asking if there's a membership or something. It's yes, you can cosplay. You watching this video at home, no matter your age, no matter what you look like, no matter if you're good at crafting, sewing, whatever, you can cosplay. Everyone can cosplay. That's the beauty of it. It's about your personal expression, your personal love for whatever it is you're cosplaying as. No one is allowed to tell you that you can't cosplay a certain character because of your body type, or because you're the wrong gender, or because you don't look sexy enough to be that character. You shouldn't cosplay as her. Don't worry about that. Again, personal expression. Personal expression. Say it with me, it's on the screen. Personal expression. Like I said, you don't need crafting experience. I didn't make this, I bought this. I literally, when I started doing the Frank Wak thing, I didn't have a leather jacket. I didn't make it, I didn't buy one. I went to my mom and I'm like, hey, do you know where I could buy a cheap leather jacket? Because I need one for this cosplay I want to do. She's like, yeah, I have one in the closet. I went, cool. It's super well known at this point in time. If you have even dabbled in thinking about doing a cosplay, you've heard this statement. Cosplay is for everyone. It doesn't matter your body type. It doesn't matter if you fit the character. It doesn't matter what other people think about it. Cosplay is for you. The other well-known saying that goes with that, cosplay is not consent. We're gonna get into some stuff now. Cosplay is not consent basically means no matter who a person is cosplaying, you are not allowed to do things to that person because of who they're cosplaying. The good example would be like Inuyasha. Don't walk up to an Inuyasha cosplayer and yell sit. They won't like it. They're not going to fall to the ground for you. Unless they know you, and they might. Just because they are a cosplayer that is cosplaying Inuyasha does not mean they will do the things that Inuyasha would do in that situation in the anime. And the same goes for like if you're playing like Panty in Panty and Stocking. You're not allowed to walk up to her and make sexual references to her. That's not cool. Don't do it.
Can I touch it?
No, you can't touch it. No.
Okay.
Bad man behind the camera. But seriously, don't touch. Touching is not okay unless consent is allowed. The cosplay is not consent. Consent is consent. Literally the reason I wanted to make this video is because I saw a question that kind of made me giggle. Though going to cons for 10 years now, am I allowed to cosplay outside of the theme? Or am I allowed to be Doctor Who at the Anime Con? Am I allowed to be a Star Trek person at a Star Wars con? Am I allowed to be a Star Wars person at the Anime Con, etc., etc. Insert other examples here. Yes, yes, you are allowed. You're allowed to cosplay whatever you feel like, as long as you're within the dress code. Don't cosplay a naked person. I've seen creative, like for instance, I'll use Naked Sims as the example. I've seen creative cosplays that are like Naked Sims, and they have like a box on them that's just like the pixels. It's hilarious. It's really funny. It doesn't matter who you're cosplaying. You are not allowed to, show off your bits, cover your bits. Please, for all of us. They're kids at the cons, man. They're little ones. If you're in the cosplay scene or you are a cosplayer, you've probably seen the pictures and the shaming of the Korean cosplayer. Man, I forgot her name. But the Korean cosplayer that cosplayed as Sombra from Overwatch, and people were in outrage on Twitter that she did brown face. Ooh. It's about celebrating fandom. They're not doing it to be hateful. They're doing it to be accurate. Sombra is a Latino character. She did her makeup to look more like that, to fit the character. And you don't have to do that. And she didn't do it to be racist. She wasn't doing it to make fun. I don't understand that. It's such an outdated concept now. And it's the same with, blackface or whiteface or whatever you want to call it. If you were doing makeup to change the nationality to fit the character, that's not racist. That's an expression of love. Like I said, it's okay to do that if you were trying to fit a character. It's not okay to do that if you are trying to be racist or hateful or shaming or what have you. While we're on the subject, I see it all the time at conventions about how, like, they don't have the same kind of body that people would imagine the character to have, and you start shaming that person for being big or fat or whatever, and you start to shame them for, wanting to express that love. You miss the point when you do that. Don't fat shame. Just stop. The person puts work into expressing their love for their fandom, no matter their body size. So who are you to make fun of them in your sci-fi shirt you bought at Hot Topic, to make fun of them for creating something and then wearing that something in front of people to express their love for what they love? Does it make sense? Is this clicking yet? And the same goes for, scantily clad characters. You see these characters that are showed in their anime or in their comic in very scantily wear. The women that do that don't put on those outfits to get you to gawk at them. They don't do that. They do that because they love the character and they want to express that. I bet you anything, a lot of them are going out of their comfort zone. Don't shame them for looking the way they look if they're trying to represent a character that they love. There's a white line.
There's a line. It's a personal thing. You know. And you gotta think about every time you cosplay why you're doing it.
There's definitely a line there somewhere. Don't try to make somebody feel bad for expressing their love. That's the moral of the story. It's personal expression. Say it with me. Personal expression. They don't dress that way for your approval. They don't dress that way so you go, yeah! I'm not trying to say it's not okay to tell them, hey, good job, I like that. I really like what you're doing. I like your work. That's okay. And in terms of being a photographer, and this is me personally, nobody, I didn't really see anybody saying anything along this line, but this is kind of what I do, so I wanted to express this as well. When it comes to cosplay photography, be very polite, be respectful. Don't try to interrupt them when they're talking for their picture, it doesn't matter how much you like their cosplay. If they're talking to somebody that's disrespectful, they're not going to like that. They're going to probably tell you no. Just like, the guest, just like the con staff, just like the other patrons, they're people. Just like you. Try not to direct, how they pose for their picture. It's okay to ask, but on the other end of that, if they say no, you need to be respectful. If they just want to look at you, take the picture. Move on. It's bothersome when, the introverts that do that are getting directed onto how to pose and stuff, and that's kind of disrespectful. Just don't do that. Ask them politely. If they pose, cool. If they'll do the pose you want to, cooler. If they don't want to pose at all, just take the picture. Butt on the floor means photos no more. If they're sitting down, if they're eating, if they're busy, don't bug them. It's really important that you stay respectful. Thank you guys for watching this video. If you like the video, you can give it a like. You can share it. You can subscribe. That'd be nice. You don't have to do any of those. I'm not trying to force you. But, if you like what I'm doing, give it a share, show your friends. I want this to be a place for the con community, if you would. I want a place for us to get together on all levels and be able to talk and converse, and I want to show you guys off in future videos, and I want to be able to share this channel with you guys. And that's the primary purpose. And it's taken me 2 years to figure that out. So stick around because it's going to be a fun ride now. If you look in this corner right over here, you'll see there's a little eye. You click that, you can vote for the next topic of the next episode of Wak Weekly. You have until Monday because that's when I record. But until then, I am Frank Wak. I will see you all very soon. Hopefully at VisionCon. Links in the description below. And here are some new videos.